Welcome to the Mind of the Sages, where we take the wisdom from the sages of the past and apply them to modern day situations. Today, we're embarking on a journey through the timeless wisdom of Lao Tzu, the ancient Chinese sage. And our topic for today is embracing change. Now, I want you to take a moment and picture this with me. We're all drifting down the great river of life. Some of us are paddling with purpose, and others are struggling against the current. And some, well, they're simply floating, letting the river guide them. Lao Tzu would gently remind us, let go. Stop fighting the flow and let the river take you where you need to go. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's explore how we can embrace change with the calmness and the wisdom of the Tao. The nature of change. Imagine standing by a peaceful river as the sun sets, casting its golden light over the water, when suddenly a massive boulder falls from the mountainside, crashing into the river. Does the river resist? No. It simply flows around the obstacle, finding a new path forward. That is the first lesson from Lao Tzu. Change is much like that boulder. It happens unexpectedly, and sometimes it disrupts our peace. But we have a choice. We can fight against it, or we can flow around it, adapting to new circumstances. In the Tao, Lao Tzu says, life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. He's telling us that when we encounter change, we should let go of resistance. Just as the river finds its way around the boulder, we too can navigate life's obstacles with grace. Imagine this. If instead of struggling against the current, we could trust the river to lead us forward, confident that every time we'll find a new path. Letting go of control. Let's take a moment to talk about control. Now, we all have this instinct to hold on tightly to our plans, to try to steer our lives in a specific direction. But Lao Tzu teaches us a different way. He says, by letting go, it all gets done. Now I want you to picture this with me again. Picture flying a kite. When we loosen the string, the kite soars higher, carried by the wind. But if we hold on too tightly, pulling it down, it crashes. Life is much the same. The more we try to control every single detail, the more we struggle. Now, what if, instead of forcing our way forward, we released our grip and let life unfold naturally? When we let go of our need to control, we allow space for possibilities we couldn't have imagined. It's in this surrender that we find true freedom and the ability to live more fully. Finding stillness in the flow. Now I want you to picture yourself as a leaf, floating on the river. You're not steering, you're not struggling, you're just drifting, carried by the current. Sometimes you're caught in gentle swirls, other times you glide smoothly, but you're always moving forward. Lao Tzu calls this Wu Wei, the art of effortless action. In our busy world, this might sound impossible. We're taught to hustle, to always be in control. But what if we embraced Lao Tzu's wisdom and found stillness in the flow of life? He said, to the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. When we quiet our minds and release our resistance, life starts to guide us. We begin to see the opportunities and paths that were hidden in our busyness. It's like discovering an inner compass that leads us to exactly where we need to be, effortlessly. Embracing uncertainty. Now let's face it, uncertainty can be daunting, like stepping into a river without knowing what lies beneath the surface. But Lao Tzu teaches us that embracing uncertainty is part of the adventure. He said, "A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving." What this means is letting go of rigid expectations and being open to what life brings. Imagine setting out on a journey without a map, just a sense of curiosity and trust. You don't know exactly where you're headed, but you're excited for the journey. Each bend in the river reveals something new. Sometimes a challenge, sometimes a hidden beauty. This is how life unfolds when we embrace the unknown. We become explorers in our own lives, discovering paths we never knew existed, finding joy in the unexpected. Lao Tzu's teachings have shown us how to embrace change. So, let's bring this wisdom into our daily lives. Here are a few practical steps inspired by him that you can use in your day-to-day. 1. Breathe deeply. When you feel overwhelmed by change, take a moment to breathe deeply. Inhale calm, exhale tension. It's a small act, but it can make a big difference. 2. Release control. Identify one thing you're gripping tightly, a plan, a worry, and consciously let it go. Trust that life has a way of working things out, often in ways we never anticipated. 3. Stay flexible. When things don't go as planned, adapt. Like water flowing around the rocks, find new paths and solutions without rigidly clinging to what should be. 4. Cultivate stillness. Spend a few moments each day in quiet reflection. Let go of your thoughts and just be. It's in these moments of stillness that clarity and guidance often come. 5. Embrace the journey. Treat each day as an adventure. Approach life with curiosity and wonder, ready to embrace whatever comes your way. And remember, the best discoveries often come when we least expect them. As we come to a close, I want you to remember this. Life is a river, ever changing and unpredictable. Instead of struggling against the current, let's learn to flow with it, embracing each twist and turn with grace. Change isn't something to fear. It's an invitation to grow, to explore, and to experience life in its fullest. So wherever the river of life takes you, trust that it's leading you exactly where you need to be. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you may find peace and purpose in the flow, and may the river of life carry you to beautiful and unexpected places. Thank you once again for joining Mind of the Sages, and we hope to see you next time.